Some of the students have friends who are already serving now in the Middle East. Students say they'll be at the same spot every Tuesday at 4 o'clock, and they hope others in the community will join in their protest. So how are these protests playing on the front line? Well, Colonel Twitty is telling me they didn't have 100% backing in Desert Storm, and if this crisis actually leads to war, he says they know they won't have it again. So far, he says, American sentiment has been extremely positive. He says it's appreciated. You can support the troops with email through the On the Frontline section of our website.
Well, for a change, when we talk about the weather, the talk is pretty upbeat.
We're happy to talk about it that way. Brad's here with the latest on a warm-up that's only going to get warmer, right, Brad?
That's right. Look at the temperatures for this afternoon. After yesterday's highs in the mid to upper 30s, today's highs around 16 to 18 degrees warmer, both in the mountains and in the upstate. And this is only a sign of things to come. Watch what happens in the jet stream, which right now is running almost straight west to east. And then over the next couple of days, the jet stream begins to come out of the southwest, and that means warmer temperatures. Take these and add 4 or 5 degrees just about every afternoon through midweek. And a chance of some thunderstorms coming up later in the week. We'll talk about that in the 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, Brad, see you later. A surprising and dangerous discovery near an Anderson fishing lake. Investigators say someone had dumped part of a methamphetamine lab. Officers got calls from people who noticed the device at a private lake near the Anderson jockey lot. Anderson County and city officers investigated. The hazmat team made the device safe and removed it from the scene. Anderson Oconee Drug Lab chemist Mike Miller says this is the 15th time they found drug lab equipment in the upstate this year.
Upstate investigators confirm an 8-year-old boy who was killed by a trooper's gun. That trooper is Yaquan Saab's father. The trooper was not home at the time of the shooting. He was off duty. Police say the child was with one of his 2 older brothers, but officers do not know who pulled the trigger. The shooting is being treated as an accident. Yaquan Saab's funeral will be held tomorrow.
Deputies in the upstate continue their search tonight for a woman they believe is a kidnapping victim. Investigators say her ex-boyfriend took 28-year-old Gabriela Martinez from a home in Spartanburg County. Witnesses tell deputies the man took her away while holding a screwdriver to her throat. Deputies say this is their suspect, 40-year-old Francisco Dimas. Investigators say Martinez has been able to call friends and tell them that while she's not hurt, she is very frightened. Friends say Martinez moved to the home in rural Spartanburg County to get away from Dimas. If you've seen Martinez or Dimas, deputies ask you to call 911 immediately. In another 7 on your side crime tracker alert, we have new information on a Spartanburg murder victim. Deputies found a car belonging to 32-year-old Rhonda Marie Ward last night in Taylors. Ward was last seen alive Thursday morning, leaving her job at a store on Drayton Road in Spartanburg with an unidentified man. Her body was found Saturday in woods off Gano Road. She'd been stabbed to death. If you have information about this case, contact the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office. Your number to call is 596-2616.
You know, 1 out of 4 people in Lawrence County has a disability, so it's no wonder someone in the city of Lawrence filed a complaint after a handicapped parking spot was moved from the side of the courthouse to the front of the building. Now, the city is under investigation for possibly violating the American with Disabilities Act. City leaders say the spot was actually moved so the wheelchair-bound could more easily get to shops that are located across the street. But now there's only 1 handicapped spot left with a ramp at the old courthouse. Well, with 25% of the people in Lawrence County dealing with disabilities, you may wonder about the numbers in some of our other counties. Census Bureau numbers show it like this. Greenville County has about 17.3% of the population with disabilities. In Spartanburg County, 20.2%. And the state's average for people with disabilities is 20.2%.
He says his wife disappeared on New Year's Eve. Tonight, police collected bags full of evidence from his home.
And I bet you never won anything like this for writing a great essay in class. The story's straight ahead.
And we start the week with an ice storm, end the week with a chance of spring-like thunder. We'll talk about that in your 7-day forecast next.
Now we have your pick 3 numbers. They are 4, 3, and 3. And your pick 4 numbers, 8, 4, 4, and 8.